3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, my name is Paul Peterson. Petersen. I'm pissed off at all the hatred that's going on in America right now. Pissed off. I'm pissed off at the rotten communication that takes place. A lot of communicating takes place, especially if you think about the media communicating with the American people. Media being CNN, CNBC, what you would call the mainstream media, and then what you would call Fox. Now, it so happens because I'm who I am and I think the way I think, I'm more pissed off at what has been termed to be mainstream media. You can decide for yourself. I'm not going to tell you what it is anymore. I'm more pissed off at the mainstream media than I am Fox. But Fox gets on my nerves too. Don't get me wrong. But I'm pissed. I'm sick of the hatred. The hatred of our president, the hatred of our country. The constant running down of our country. If you're going to be on the radio, you're going to be on TV, you're going to run down the country. You're going to run down the way people live. You're going to run down the way they think. You're going to say that something's horrible and despicable and evil. And it's the worst thing. And everything is racist. Everything is racist. And you know what? Either the media is telling us that it's racist, or it's Fox News saying, do you think this is racist? Do you think this is racist? Do you think this is racist? I'm sick of it. Okay? Now, I'm not prejudiced. I'll go to the electric chair telling you I'm not prejudiced. I'll die telling you I'm not prejudiced. I'm a long-haired hippie freak white man. I'm 63 years old and I'm blind. Okay? Now that doesn't make me not prejudiced. But it certainly assists me in not being prejudiced. Because I ain't. And that is important. It's important because every time, if you take the time to listen to what you're listening to right now till this 15 minutes is up, and you take the time next week to listen to me, and the week after and the week after, well then you need to know I'm not prejudiced, because if I was prejudiced, I'd tell you. People do have the power to know if they're prejudiced or not, if they're racist or not. And prejudice and racism go hand in hand. One of them's a bigger, one of them is a more encompassing thing. Like, one of them's more general and the other one's specific. Racism is the specific. Prejudice is the general. Now that's how I see it. You might see it some other way, which is perfectly fine. But I'm tired of the hatred. Everybody hates. Now, you're not going to sit and listen to me every week talk about hatred, and I don't like hatred. This is the first installment of, well, I'm just me. I'm just saying. This is the first installment. Let's get to the point. The subject came up on the radio today. You won't hear me talk about much TV because I'm blind. But the subject came up on the radio today. Transgender. And I believe it goes LBGTQ. I think that's it. LGBTQ, LBGTQ, whatever. But the subject of transgender came up today. And it was like maybe a half hour later, I heard the statement, Well, transgender people don't have to be gay. Which, I guess, I take the, that's all I'm saying. That's what I heard. And I have a radio show coming up on the 4th of July. And I'm going to, the theme is going to be for the radio, the radio show. Damn it, you guys. I got lung cancer and I got COPD. And I have to do better with this coughing thing because I am a radio guy. I understand. Now, hate me, don't listen. I can't help it. And hopefully I'll do better. Most of my last few radio shows have been really good, and I go for 3 hours and don't cough, maybe once. But see, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed. Plus, I got to put my cigarette out, smoke a joint. No, I don't do joints anymore. I smoke one hit. I don't do the gummy bears either. My cigarette went out because I only got 2 drags off it. All right. Transgender. Gay. Now, I don't have time to go into anything in detail. But to say, I kind of figured transgender people don't have to be gay. I mean, I understand that. I agree with it. They don't. See, what happened is, on Halloween, I think it was 1996, I was working at a restaurant. I was cashier. I was waiter at this restaurant. It's a very small restaurant. It was called Man That's Hot. And it's located in Springfield, Illinois. And on Halloween night, I was the only waiter. I was the only cashier. And my boss, the owner, she was doing the cooking. We both served customers. And I handled washing dishes, and we both cleared tables that night. A nice place to work. Well, that particular night, it was Halloween, so I was wearing my prettiest dress. And another waitress that worked at Man That's Hot had shaved my legs for me. And since I'm biologically a male, didn't have any boobs, so she helped me out with the bra and making boobs, and she helped me out with my hair. I was a long hair then, I'm a long hair now, so that helped. And so I was ready to go this particular Halloween night. I've been working there for 2.5 years. But that night, I was transgender, and I was looking good. This I know because customers would walk in the front door. Before they really got a good look at me, they'd say, who are you? You're new. And I'd say, yeah, how you doing? and it was pretty funny. I mean, it was pretty cool. Some of them freaked out. We had about 15 customers that night. It was a real small restaurant. We had about 15 customers that night, and maybe 20. After we closed, we ended up getting 35 more, but that's another story. But I was transgender that night. I'm not gay. So, but you know what? There was a feeling when it came to wearing the women's clothes. There was a feeling inside of me. It's hard to explain, and I can't. And get this 15 minutes, and you see, I can't explain the feeling. I think it had to do with something like, I'm a guy, I've dressed in guys' clothes all my life, and I'm at my workplace, and I'm waiting tables, and I'm doing my job, I'm my normal self, and I'm walking around in a real cute dress, and Yeah. So yeah, it was a weird feeling. Okay? Now, we'll get into more detail next week or the week after or whatever, however my mind goes. But you know what? There was one guy came into the restaurant that night who, he knew me well and I knew him well. And he was pissed. He was pissed because I wore a dress. That's all there is to it. He was pissed off. And he was worried about my sexual orientation. Okay? Now, he didn't hate me. I don't think he hates me now. I don't think he ever has. But I never could get the guy to communicate with me. I couldn't get any communication going. That pissed me off. That's what I thought about today. You see? Communication. Getting past the politics. Getting past the rhetoric. Getting past the polarizing or the automatic polarization of certain words and statements before they're even thought about, before they're ever objectively interrogated, these concepts and issues. It's already right there. The hatred. Hatred of Donald Trump. The hatred of our country's legacy, our country's history, and our country being what it is. You're going to find everything in America. Everything. Because man is everything. Man is every bit of the good that there is, and he's every bit of the bad. And he's every bit of the in-between. And we are a country that is, well, I could say made up of men, but then the women get pissed until they put on their blue jeans. Never mind. Look, as far as I could go tonight, I got 15 minutes. It's going to be like this for a while. This subject will continue next week. My name's Paul Peterson. My email address is Peterson, Petersen, 1319 at Cascom, CASSCOMM.com. And my telephone number is 217-299-8279. You see the logo? Contact me. I'll be using Pete Seeger's Little Boxes 1319 as my opening little sound clip. I hope YouTube doesn't kick me off. I'm not sure about the copyright on the song. Okay. I might use the women folks' rendition of Little Boxes. And the lady that wrote it, Melba, or Melva, somebody, I know her name, but I can't think of it. I might use her rendition of the song. But that's the bumper music at the beginning of my show that you're going to hear starting next week. Thank you for taking the time. And I hope I haven't went over 15 minutes. You guys take care. I love you the most. See you, bye.